Hi, my name's Naomi, and I'm the creator of 2 and or 4 that makes mostly handmade products for your 2-legged loved ones and your 4-legged loved ones. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified to when I post a new video. All right. So in an upcoming video, I am going to be doing a tutorial for a monkey bar skirt. The pattern is by Hey June Handmade, and I will link the pattern below. It was a free pattern, and it's a monkey bar skirt. What it is it's a skirt with shorts underneath. Okay. I want to show you what to do if you need to lengthen a pattern. Now, in this tutorial, I have a nice straight edge, which actually makes it much easier. The pattern piece goes on the fold, and it's a nice straight edge. And so I'm going to show you how to do that one. At a later time, I'll do another video to show you, if you don't have a straight edge, what steps you would first have to do in order to ensure that you can add length to the pattern. Now, conveniently, the way this pattern laid out, it's actually in 2 parts. So I'm going to take the top part off. All right. And now I'm left with 2 parts. And now I'm going to point the camera down so that you can actually see what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have a piece of paper, and let's say I want to add 2 inches to the length of this pattern piece. I'm going to add it in the middle because, and it's not the exact middle, and that's fine. But it's easy since it's already been split up. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to trim off this piece, which I used if I wasn't adding length. So all you really need for this is a pair of scissors that you cut your paper with. Don't use the same scissors that you cut your fabric with. That's a good way to quickly dull your fabric scissors. A pencil and a ruler. All right, and I'll need my glasses. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off this piece, which was used to join the 2 pattern pieces, because we're going to have a new centerpiece, which we will put this pattern on. All right, so I'll get rid of that. So now I have my 2 pieces, which line up like that. And then I have a piece of paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark off 2 inches on one side. And actually, I'm going to mark 2.5 inches. I'm going to have a 1/4 inch on each side so that I can put the 2 pattern pieces, I can attach them to, so I have something to attach them to. I happen to use a straight edge piece of paper, so I'm actually going to measure from that straight edge. I'm going to measure 2.5. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a mark at 1/4, and then at from there, I'm going to put a mark at 2.25 and 2.5. Okay, because that's what's going to do is in between those 2 marks, I have 2 inches. So I'll do the same on this side. I'll mark 1/4, 2 1/4, and 2 1/2. So what that's going to do is in between is the 2 inches that I wanted to add, and then the rest of it, the 1/4, so I have somewhere to add, attach the top piece to. I'm going to draw one line. I'm going to draw a line at the 2 1/4. So actually, this is the 2 inches that I'm adding. And then another 1/4. All right, so I end up with something 1/4, the 2 inches that I actually want to add, and another 1/4 so I can add, and the 1/4s are for adding my pieces to it. Now, because I have a straight edge, and my paper was also, this just happened to be a piece of 8.5 by 11. So I have nice straight edges here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my top piece, all right, on this first 1/4 inch mark, and I'm going to use my straight edge to match the straight edge of the pattern. So I'm going to pull this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to match it up over here to my straight edge, right over there on my 1/4 inch line, and I'm going to make sure my other piece lines up also. And then I will tape it down at the edges here and at this edge. And if you have to lift and readjust, just lift and readjust. Oh, and that was the other thing. I'm sorry. Should have told you you needed some tape. So, scissors, pencil, ruler, and tape. All right, so now I have that piece lined up. So it's a nice straight edge. And now I'm going to take my bottom piece and I'm going to come to my 1/4 inch line. Now, I could cut this off. In fact, why don't I do that? So I don't have so much paper on the back. All right, so now I'm going to line this one, the straight edge over here, and put it right on my 1/4 inch line, leaving my 2 inches that I want to add. Put a piece of tape there, a piece of tape there, and a piece of tape here. Now what you want to do is you're now going to have somewhat of a straight line, but not exactly. It's at a slant. And what I'm going to do is in this space here, there's an empty space. I'm going to put a little bit more scrap piece of paper, which I'll temporarily just tape down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line it up on the top edge, against the top edge. Let's see, can I pull this down? Yes, okay. So top edge over here, and then I'm just gonna line it up until it hits the bottom edge. So what I'm doing is I'm forming a new slanted line for the side seam. And I see right here that I should have put my piece of paper, and you can use a bigger piece of paper. I'm going to move it down just a bit because I need a little bit more over there. So again, up against the top edge, I line it up, follow the slant until I get to the bottom edge. And then I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to draw a new line to fill in. There we go. So all I've done is I've made sure that the line continued. And as you see, there's just a little bit additional because the slant changes slightly. And now I'll tape up this bottom edge so it matches up. And I'll put a couple of more pieces in here. And then I'm going to take, and maybe I should have used a marker. Let me get a marker, it'll be. So again, I just took my ruler, I put it up, let me pull this down. I lined it up on my top edge and then made sure it hit the bottom edge. And then I just drew my new line. So you see? And now I'm just going to cut out my piece. So I end up, and as you see, there's just a little bit, the angle slightly changed, not enough to change the integrity of the pattern piece. And that's how you would add on a straight edge piece here. I'll just extend my line here, which is the fold line. And that's it. That's how you would do it. And again, I'll do a video on how you would do it if you don't have, let's say this was also angled, how you would do it then. Again, my name is Naomi, and I am the creator of 2 and 4, and I would really appreciate it if this video was helpful to you, if you hit the like button, and if you subscribe. Thank you so much.